Elon Musk, by Walter Isaacson. Book Summary. The biography Elon Musk by Walter Isaacson, published in 2023, explores the life and achievements of one of the most enigmatic figures in the tech and business worlds. Isaacson, a biographer with a track record of profiles on iconic individuals such as Steve Jobs, Albert Einstein, and Leonardo da Vinci, brings his expertise to unravel the complex layers of Elon Musk's persona. Isaacson's deep dive into Musk's life aims to give readers a deeper understanding of the men behind Tesla, SpaceX, and numerous other ventures. This work navigates the intersections of Musk's personal and professional spheres, shedding light on his ambitious pursuits, visionary goals, and the controversies that surround him. The biography is structured chronologically, providing readers with a detailed account of Elon Musk's life from his childhood in South Africa to his ventures in the United States, where he would become a key player in revolutionizing the automotive and space industries. The narrative begins by unraveling Musk's formative years in Pretoria, South Africa. Isaacson focuses on how Elon's childhood, which was shaped by violence and verbal abuse, laid the foundation for his behavior as an adult. These chapters also outline Musk's childhood interests in computers, technology, and science fiction, which inspired his future endeavors. Musk's relentless pursuit of knowledge and his ambition to make a mark on the world set the stage for his eventual move to the United States. The book then chronicles Musk's early entrepreneurial ventures, starting with Zip2, a city guide software for newspapers. The challenges and successes of Zip2 provided Musk with invaluable experiences and lessons. Subsequently, the narrative transitions to the creation of X.com, an online payment company, which eventually merged with Affinity to become PayPal. Isaacson details Musk's struggles, innovations, and eventual sale of PayPal, emphasizing his extreme work ethic and his desire for control and autonomy. A significant portion of the biography is dedicated to Musk's founding and development of SpaceX. It particularly focuses on the challenges faced during the company's early years. Isaacson elucidates Musk's vision for interplanetary colonization and his unwavering commitment to reducing space travel costs. Isaacson argues that Musk's willingness to challenge the conventionally accepted notions of the cost of rockets enabled SpaceX to move more nimbly than NASA and jumpstart the United States' flagging participation in the space industry. Another pivotal aspect of Musk's career is explored in the chapters dedicated to Tesla Motors. The biography describes Musk's involvement with Tesla, from investing in the company to taking over as CEO and becoming a driving force behind its electric vehicle revolution. Isaacson touches upon Tesla's challenges, including financial difficulties, and highlights Musk's leadership style and determination to cut costs and create an efficient means of production, even at the expense of alienating employees and driving them to the point of burnout. The narrative extends beyond Musk's automotive and space endeavors to cover his involvement in SolarCity, a solar energy services company, and his ventures into neuroscience with Neuralink. Isaacson also discusses The Boring Company, a venture focused on infrastructure and tunnel construction. These chapters illuminate Musk's wide-ranging interests and his desire to address global challenges. Throughout the book, Isaacson provides glimpses into Musk's personal life, exploring his relationships, marriages, and the toll his professional commitments take on his personal well-being. The narrative doesn't shy away from portraying Musk's complex personality, including his struggles with social interactions and the toll his intense work ethic has on his health. Isaacson draws connections between Musk's abusive childhood and his behavior in relationships, repeatedly intoning that Musk possesses a predilection for drama, conflict, and crisis, something that he brings to his relationships in both his personal life and his business life. Isaacson observes that when Musk experiences phases of relative stability or success, Musk feels a need to artificially create crises to feel energized. Isaacson contends that this enables Musk to drive his teams to high levels of success, pushing them to reach achievements that they previously thought were impossible, though Isaacson also acknowledges the interpersonal fallout from Musk's driven and sometimes callous behavior. The biography concludes with Musk's foray into social media, particularly his acquisition and transformation of Twitter. The book explores Musk's unorthodox management style and the consequences of his decisions on the platform. Additionally, the narrative touches upon Musk's concerns about artificial intelligence and his efforts to ensure ethical development in the field. Isaacson concludes the biography by reflecting on Musk's lasting impact on various industries and the tensions between his controversial behavior and innovative contributions. The book presents Musk as a complex figure, acknowledging both his successes and the controversies surrounding his leadership style. Isaacson implies that Musk's behavior, while sometimes callous, cruel, and reckless, may be justified by the grandiosity of his accomplishments. Background. Technological optimism has its roots in various intellectual and philosophical discussions about the impact of technology on society. The term gained prominence as technological advancements accelerated during the 20th century. Technological optimism encompasses the belief that advancements in science and technology can contribute positively to the well-being of individuals and society as a whole. It suggests an optimistic outlook on the potential benefits that technological progress can bring, such as solving problems, improving living standards, and fostering societal advancements. The concept has been discussed by thinkers, scholars, and futurists across disciplines, and it became particularly significant as the world witnessed rapid technological changes in the post-World War II era. Over time, it has become a key theme in discussions about the societal impact of technology and innovation. Musk's ventures, such as Tesla, SpaceX, and the Boring Company, exhibit a belief in the positive impact of technology on specific industries, electric vehicles, space exploration, and transportation infrastructure. His goals include making electric vehicles mainstream, reducing dependence on fossil fuels, colonizing Mars, and improving transportation efficiency. While Musk's aspirations are bold and forward-thinking, they often involve addressing tangible problems and making gradual advancements rather than pursuing a radical transformation of society into a utopian vision. Musk's ventures are grounded in the belief that technology, when harnessed pragmatically, can lead to positive outcomes and contribute to the betterment of humanity within the existing societal framework. The venture capitalist Marc Andreessen wrote a 2023 manifesto on technological optimism. Andreessen writes, "Techno-optimists believe that societies, like sharks, grow or die. We believe growth is progress, leading to vitality, expansion of life, increasing knowledge, higher well-being. We believe everything good is downstream of growth. There are only three sources of growth: population growth, natural resource utilization, and technology. Natural resource utilization has sharp limits, both real and political. And so the only perpetual source of growth is technology." Andreessen, Mark. The Techno-Optimist Manifesto. Andreessen Horowitz, 2023. Marc Andreessen was an early investor in Tesla, Musk's electric car company, and has been supportive of Musk's vision for the future of transportation and sustainable energy. Musk's ventures, particularly in sustainable energy and space exploration, mirror Andreessen's emphasis on technology as the perpetual source of growth. Both advocate for continuous innovation as the catalyst for positive societal transformation and advancement. Critics of technological optimism argue that it can lead to overestimating the benefits of technology while neglecting potential risks and societal challenges. They caution against undue reliance on technological solutions, highlighting issues such as ethical concerns, environmental impact, and unintended consequences. Skeptics emphasize the importance of a balanced approach that considers the broader societal implications, ethical considerations, and potential negative repercussions associated with rapid technological advancements. As Isaacson shows in Elon Musk, Musk values rapid and large-scale innovation, experimentation, and progress and is willing to chase these regardless of the consequences. Elon Musk characterizes its titular figure as a mission-driven innovator with huge ambitions as well as extraordinary faith in the power of science and technology, and as someone who believes that his pursuit of world-changing goals is worth the fallout that results along the way. Chapter 1. adventurers. Isaacson briefly describes Elon's grandparents. He characterizes Elon's maternal grandparents, Joshua and Winifred Haldeman, as daredevils known for risk-taking and adventure. He notes that Joshua Haldeman was part of the Social Credit Party and that the movement had a conservative fundamentalist streak tinged with anti-Semitism. Joshua Haldeman moved the family from Canada to South Africa because he believed that the Canadian government was taking too much control from individuals. Elon Musk was born to Cora and Walter Musk. Walter was a cryptographer in World War II. Cora left him after the war, taking the kids with her. As an adult, Elon found out about the emerald mining industry in Zambia, a country which, at the time, had no bureaucracy, meaning that the mining industry wasn't regulated. He decided to get into the industry himself. Isaacson recounts the marriage between Elon Musk and May Haldeman, Elon's mother. The two started dating as young teenagers, and their relationship was marked with drama from the start. Elon cheated on May when they were dating. After May graduated from college, Elon claimed that he had changed his ways and he proposed to her. On their honeymoon, which Elon spent reading Playboy magazines, the couple started fighting again. On the second night of the honeymoon, May found out that she was pregnant. Chapter 2. A Mind of His Own, Pretoria, the 1970s. May gave birth to Elon on June 28, 1971. When Elon was 3 years old, May decided that Elon should attend nursery school because he was intellectually curious. At school, Elon tended to space out and was reprimanded by teachers. Many teachers at his school believed that Elon was intellectually challenged. Elon had no friends and he often offended others by calling them stupid. Isaacson notes that Elon had social difficulties and that, later in life, Elon talked about having Asperger's. While Elon was never diagnosed, his mother believes that this is correct. Isaacson associates this with Elon's lack of empathy and kindness and the fact that Elon does not care about being liked by others. May and Elon divorced when Elon was 8. May worked constantly at multiple jobs to get by. Isaacson notes that her kids remember her as a mother who didn't coddle them and who worked all the time. After divorcing Elon, May started dating another abusive man. Soon after this man proposed to May, May found out that one of her friends was pregnant with his child. Chapter 3. Life with Father, Pretoria, the 1980s. At age 10, Elon made a decision to live with his father, a decision that he later came to regret. As an adult, Elon claimed that his father guilted him into the decision, telling Elon that he was lonely and it wasn't fair for his mother to have all the kids. A few years after Elon moved in with his father, Elon guilt-tripped Kimball into joining, too. Elon was an erratic, impulsive, and neglectful father. He once flew the children to Hong Kong with him and left them in the hotel room for 2 days straight. Elon and Kimball often spent time with their two cousins, Peter and Russ Rive. The boys physically fought each other in public when they were angry with each other. Elon was known as the most competitive and the most fearless of the group. After Elon was bullied and beaten at his public school, Elon moved him to a private school. As a child, Elon liked to experiment with rockets and concoct different mixtures of explosive substances. He used reading as a form of escape and also enjoyed comics. He liked to read his father's encyclopedias over and over again, as well as a book that described inventions that would be created in the future. Chapter 4. The Seeker, Pretoria, the 1980s. As an adolescent, Elon experienced an existential crisis when he realized that neither science nor religion could explain why the universe existed. Isaacson describes how Elon, Kimball, and their cousins loved playing the game Dungeons and Dragons. Elon was also fascinated with computers and video games and he saved his money to buy a Commodore VIC-20, one of the earliest personal computers. Elon programmed video games and sold them to the magazine PC and Office Technology magazine. Elon convinced the other boys that they should start a video game arcade of their own, and they started scheming to make this happen, but Elon's uncle quickly shut it down. Chapter 5. Escape Velocity, Leaving South Africa, 1989. At age 17, Elon realized that he needed to escape his father, since Errol was often verbally abusive and delusional. Isaacson quotes Justine, Elon's first wife, who notes that Elon's behavior as an adult often mirrored his father's. As a teenager, Elon tried to convince his parents to move them to the United States. When that failed, he applied at the Canadian consulate for passports for himself and his mother, brother, and sister. He bought a one-way ticket for Canada and left just before his 18th birthday. Chapter 6. Canada, 1989. Isaacson notes that many people believe that Musk was the beneficiary of inherited wealth and that he arrived in Canada with money from his father's success in the emerald mining industry. He disputes this characterization, instead arguing that Musk merely arrived with several $1,000s that were given to him from his parents. When Musk arrived in Canada, he was armed only with this and a list of his mother's relatives. He traveled through Canada, staying with different relatives. At one point, he got off the bus at a rest stop and, after getting lunch, the bus took off without him, taking all his luggage, including his traveler's checks, and leaving him stranded with his backpack of books and some loose change in his pocket. May flew from South Africa to Canada. She had decided to move as well. She traveled through Canada, scouting out the cities, and keeping Elon's sister, Tosca, posted back home. May settled on Toronto. Tosca sold the house and furniture in South Africa and joined her mother in Toronto. Elon moved to join them. They started out renting a one-bedroom apartment. They each got hired in various jobs and managed to get a rundown, rent-controlled, 3-bedroom apartment. Chapter 7. Queens, Kingston, Ontario, 1990 to 1991. Musk was put on the international floor of his college dorm at Queen's University. There, he met Naveed Farouk, a fellow student who became his first close friend. Isaacson notes that Musk only received A/B in his classes on industrial relations, business classes which had to do with the dynamics between workers and management. He foreshadows events in the rest of the book, commenting that this was a skill that future colleagues would notice had been only partly honed. Elon enjoyed playing strategy games with Farouk. They would play for hours and Elon would become intensely competitive. Kimball and Elon would sometimes pick out an impressive person from the newspaper, call the person, and ask them to have lunch. One person they picked was Peter Nicholson of Scotiabank. Nicholson offered Elon and Kimball summer jobs. When Elon worked for Scotiabank, he thought he came up with a clever trading decision involving Latin American debt. The bank turned down his strategy, which he did not like. He took this as a sign that he should not work for other people. Chapter 8. Penn, Philadelphia, 1992 to 1994. Elon transferred to the University of Pennsylvania at the beginning of his junior year and decided to major in physics and business. He had decided that he didn't want to work for someone else and figured that a degree in business would be useful. At Penn, Elon spent time with other geeks who enjoyed computers and games. He became friends with another physics student named Robin Wren. While at Penn, he also became interested in solar power. His senior paper was titled, The Importance of Being Solar. Elon and his roommate threw wild parties, though his roommate noted that Elon remained emotionally detached even while participating in these parties. Chapter 9. Go West, Silicon Valley, 1994 to 1995. In the summer of 1994, Musk secured 2 summer internships. During the day he worked for Pinnacle Research Institute, a group that was developing a supercapacitor that they believed could be used in electric cars and space-based weapons. At night, he worked for a video game company. While the company wanted him to work for them full-time, Elon decided that he wanted to have a bigger impact on the world than just working as a video game developer. Elon planned to enroll in Stanford's graduate program to study material science. He had come up with an idea for an internet company while enrolled at Penn. He requested a deferral at Stanford, saying that he was going to try to start a company but that he would likely fail and return to Stanford to begin the graduate program. His material science professor, however, predicted that Musk would never come back. Chapter 10. Zip2, Palo Alto, 1995 to 1999. Elon and Kimball centered their startup around the idea of creating a searchable directory of business that would give users directions to the business listed in it. They called it Zip2. Farouk came to work with him, but they started getting into fights, and Farouk decided to quit the company to preserve their friendship. At first, Elon and Kimball were met with skepticism, but once word started to spread throughout Silicon Valley, they started attracting interest from venture capital, VC, investors. They received an offer for a $3 million investment. Eventually, though, the VC partners pushed Elon aside, making him the Chief Technology Officer, CTO, and appointing a more seasoned professional as the company's Chief Executive Officer, CEO. While at Zip2, Musk was a demanding manager who had an extreme work ethic. About 4 years after founding the company, Elon and Kimball sold Zip2 and split the profits, leaving Elon with $22 million and Kimball with $15 million. Chapter 11. Justine, Palo Alto, 1999 to 2000. In college, Musk started dating a woman named Justine. They met at Queens when she was a freshman and he was a sophomore. Isaacson claims that both of them were energized by drama, and they thrived by fighting. The two got engaged. They fought throughout their wedding. Even though Elon's friends and family tried to dissuade him from marrying Justine, he did so anyway.